Hey guys, I'm Nicole and we're the Quarantines.
And I'm Haley, and we're just two bored teens who wanted to share a life in quarantine.
Yeah, so Haley and I are now, I don't even know how many days we've been in quarantine for way too many.
We've lost count at this point.
Too many, that's all we could say. But we're supposed to be finally released from quarantine on Friday. So that's what, 4 days from now?
Yes, fingers crossed. I'm ready.
Yeah, same. Hopefully we will actually be free and won't be as bored.
Yeah, I'm super excited for all the stuff that we can do once we get out of quarantine.
Yeah, same. I just want to know if on Friday are we actually going to open or are we not going to open? I don't know.
Yeah, and like what restrictions they're gonna have when we first get out of
Yeah,
quarantine.
I want to go out to eat, but I'm sure everyone else wants to go out to eat too. So will I have to wait for 5 hours to get seated at a restaurant?
Yeah, who knows? It's gonna be like way more popular to do everything
Yeah.
on a regular basis.
Yeah, I know. And
So
aren't you only allowed to hang out in groups of 10 for a while too or something?
that's what I'm assuming because that's what like they started with before was groups of 10 before they went to the stay-at-home order. So
Yeah.
maybe party of 10.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm thinking. If you can only have 10 people, then can
Oh,
you only have 10 people in your restaurant?
oh, true. That's I didn't
But
put
then
that
if
together.
you're social distancing, is it acceptable if there's
Oh,
10 people in a group and then 6 feet apart there's another 10 people?
that might work. I think I did hear something about like they were gonna have to separate people like in restaurants for a little bit, like more tables across than just the distance they would normally be.
Okay, so then it's going to take even more longer waiting on a seat in a restaurant because not only are people going to be wanting to go out to eat because they haven't done that in ages, but you're also going to have to stay 6 feet feet. Oh my gosh, 6 feet apart from each other. So then it's going to take even longer because that's less space.
Yeah, could be.
Oh dear.
I don't really know. I don't know what to expect at
I
all.
don't know what to expect either. I didn't expect any of this going into this year, and I don't think anyone else did, but
Oh yeah.
now I'm just kind of just well, I'm here. What's happening? Honestly, I never listened to any of the speeches or whatever that anyone gives, like Trump or the governor, because I just don't care because someone's going to tell me eventually, I guess.
I never end up listening to them either, just 'cause like immediately after they talk, there's normally our little articles about it or
Yeah.
whatever that I normally end up hearing about.
Or sometimes too I feel like it changes so it doesn't even make any sense to listen to it. One day the governor will say, "Oh, you're allowed to hang out with 3 other people." Then the next day it's "No, you're not allowed to leave your house."
True.
So I feel like I'm just kind of living day by day and just well, whatever happens happens.
Yep. Trying to make the best of our quarantine life.
Yep. Trying not to be as bored as we are. So, Haley, what's new with you this week?
This week,
Or since last time,
um,
last Tuesday?
since last podcast, let's see. I have been outside more, I would say, since the weather's been nicer. Been on a few bike rides through the neighborhood. And I think I might play frisbee golf one
Oh,
day this week.
that's fun. I've never actually been
Yeah.
frisbee golfing, but I've heard it's super entertaining.
It's super fun. We actually have a little frisbee golf kit that has different kinds of frisbees for like how far you want to throw it. So it's like meant for frisbee golf. So there's like big ones that go like farther, and then there's smaller ones that are more like aerodynamic that can go like
So
different distances.
I had no clue that was a thing. What you're telling me is there's different clubs, like different frisbees, like there are different clubs in golf.
Yes.
That's so wild. It
is wild.
Is anyone even like a serious frisbee golfer? Like, is that a thing?
I don't know. It could be I know it's an intramural sport in college.
Yeah.
Frisbee golf.
Honestly, I just always thought someone just picked up their frisbee that they got from like some cheap place. Like, you know how sometimes you'd go to restaurants when you were little and then when you ordered off the kids menu, it would be a frisbee.
Oh my gosh,
Like
yes, like
your
restaurants
play?
in Florida.
Yeah.
I for sure have frisbees from those places.
Yeah, because they use the frisbee as a plate. So I just like always
Yeah.
imagined people using like that frisbee. Like I always in Florida, I always went to Sloppy Joe's and all like still to this day I order off the kids menu. So I still get those frisbees every time I go there. So I just like imagine someone playing frisbee golf with their Sloppy Joe's frisbee. Because it literally has a picture of Sloppy Joe's.
I mean, you definitely could, and we just got that kit for my dad for like Father's Day or his birthday one year because we were getting really into the frisbee golf like course by our house. So we thought it would be really fun to try out. So we only have one kit that we all share, but it's kind of fun to like try to strategize, use the different sizes and stuff.
Yeah, that's super fun
It's
though.
fun.
That's something exciting to do in quarantine.
Yeah, for sure. What's new for you, Nicole?
Well, I officially started a job today.
Woohoo!
I've been needing one of those for a very long time. I feel like every time I said I was going to get a job, something just kept coming up. Or like I'd say, oh, well, I'll wait until tennis season's over and then I'll get a job. And then once that happened, was like, oh, well, over summer I'm going to be gone for like a whole month, so there's no point in getting a job. And then like at that point I thought to myself, after summer was over, I thought, well, I might as well wait until I'm 18 and work at a legit place like a clothing store or like Bath and Body Works where you have to be 18. So then I was like, I'll just wait on my birthday. And then when that rolled around, I don't even know what I was thinking. I guess that like no one wanted to hire me for 3 months because until like tennis season picked back up again. Like I don't know what I was thinking, to be honest. But yeah, I started a job.
Super exciting.
Finally, I'm working at the local golf course called Links. So if anyone from New Pal wants to come visit me sometime, they should.
I can catch you picking up some driving range balls.
Yeah, there's this thing they call the Beast that picks up all the golf balls and stuff at the driving range.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Is that in your training session?
Yeah, my training session that lasted 6 hours today. I did not expect it to last that long. So I like got a call from the guy on Saturday, so 2 days ago, and he asked me if I could come in today at 3 to do training. And I was like, oh yeah, sure, that sounds fun. And I thought that would take maybe an hour at most, but apparently that actually meant working. So I got a feel of what the actual job was like, which is good. And I got paid, so I really can't complain. It was like training, but I actually got paid for it, so it was pretty nice.
Can't complain, definitely.
I just definitely was not prepared for that mentally or physically, actually, I guess, because it ended up getting really cold later. So like today it was it felt like 70.
Yeah.
So I was wearing
really
shorts
close
and
to
a
70.
t-shirt. And then it started to like sprinkle a little, and it was getting dark. The sun was going away, And I started getting pretty chilly, but I did not have like a sweatshirt in my car because I didn't think I was gonna be there until 9 at night. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
so I was a little chilly for a while, and then my dad ended up showing up to the golf course, just cruising around seeing what was happening, I guess. And I was like, what is going on? And then he brought me some sweatpants and a sweatshirt, even though I did not.
Oh, that's nice.
I know, it was kind of nice, but I did not ask for it, so. Dad, if you're listening, don't come visit me at work again. I'm just kidding. You can come visit me, but actually play golf and don't just talk to me. Well,
Sounds fun.
yeah. That's pretty much. I feel like I haven't done anything else. But golfing's pretty fun.
Yeah. Done any more golfing
No.
other than work?
No, I haven't actually golfed anymore. I wanted to. I don't know what I've been doing. I feel like I haven't had time to go to the golf course, but I definitely have. Like, what else am I doing? I don't know. My parents and I yesterday ended up going to a park to go hiking.
That's super fun.
Yeah, Haley, it was up by Purdue, where you'll be next year.
Woohoo.
It was
a new park to go
yes,
to.
it was a pretty nice park. You can probably take your hammock there, have a fun little
Oh,
time.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'll for sure need like a relaxing day in my hammock at that park.
Yeah, it was actually really
when I'm
peaceful
getting stressed out.
because there was a bunch of, it was like on the well, the park is right by the Wabash River, and then there was some other river. What was it? Probably the Tippecanoe River, because it was where the Battle of Tippecanoe happened. But anyways, that river was there too, and then there were a few other creeks, so it was super peaceful. You know how you can like hear the little creek sounds and like the stream?
Yeah.
So that would be super peaceful
I love
for
that.
your hammocking days when you need a break.
For sure. Can't wait. I'll definitely have to check that out.
Yeah. Definitely recommend. Been watching a lot of Criminal Minds, of course, too.
Of course.
I am addicted to Criminal Minds, for whoever does not know that.
Addicted to crime in general.
Oh, yes. I have a serious addiction. Like, I always read murder mystery books. I always listen to crime podcasts and watch crime TV shows. Like, I can't get into any TV show unless there's some sort of crime involved in it. Like, I like really can't. At least I can't watch them by myself. I have this really serious problem with watching TV shows where I can't finish anything by myself. So I finished watching Gossip Girl with my sister, 90210 with my sister, and Game of Thrones with my sister. I would not have finished any of those if not for her. So shout out to my sister. And then my dad and I have watched Psych together, which I feel like I probably could have finished because it's kind of crime related.
Oh, true. I love that show.
Oh yeah, it's so
Love
great.
Psych.
And then my dad and I also watched, this is my favorite thing to say ever. My dad and I watched all of Teen Wolf together.
That's the best.
I think it's so iconic.
I love that.
He was super into it too. He still like talks about it sometimes. He's like, we should watch some Teen Wolf sometime again. I'm like, okay, Dad. It's very entertaining though.
That's great.
Yeah.
And I think you and I finished Stranger Things together.
Oh yeah. We did.
Fun times.
We did that in Iowa. I remember that. Haley and I went out to Iowa together for the 4th of July. Because every 4th of July, I go out and visit my dear cousins in the middle of nowhere, Iowa. And they have
And it just so happens that my cousins live in the middle of nowhere, Iowa, right around where Nicole's cousins live.
yeah. Isn't that crazy? Like, it actually is so wild that our cousins live right there.
Super wild.
No, but like seriously, that's so strange. It's super cool though.
It's super cool. Yeah, it's like very like luck of the draw. Like, what in the world?
Yeah, like I actually want to know what the chances of that actually happening is.
Yeah, it's probably like pure luck. Like, I just can't.
I don't even know. We should like call up Mr. Kerr and ask him, what is the probability of Haley and I's cousins living in the same county and us also living in the same county?
Yeah. Probably. I don't know if that'd be a very easy problem to solve.
Yeah,
but
no.
pretty cool.
No, it wouldn't actually be able to be solved. I just want to ask Mr. Kerr, though.
See what he says.
He's pretty funny. The other day, he emailed us. And have you seen Tiger King?
I haven't watched Tiger King yet.
Okay, I haven't
I
either,
really
so you
want
might
to,
not
but-
actually think this is funny, but I still thought it was funny even though I haven't seen it yet. But apparently, the guy, I forget his name actually, but the main guy,
Joe
yeah. Mr. Kurt like made himself look like him and called himself the Stats King. Ew.
Oh my gosh.
And he was holding a
Mr.
little
Kurt.
stuffed tiger in his hand. It was hilarious. I was like, I can't even deal with Mr. Kurt. I just can't.
That's hilarious.
He's actually so funny. We had to do this thing where we voted for teachers for different things. I don't know how to really describe them.
Oh, yes, like superlatives.
Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. So one of them was the dad of the school, and I definitely said Mr. Kurt because he just is like, he has the best dad jokes, to be honest.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, I laugh at every single one of them. Oh. Honestly, that might be the only reason why I voted him for dad of the school, but that's okay.
Just the dad jokes
Yeah.
that makes him the dad of the
Yeah, like actually. Did you do that superlatives thing?
Yeah, about that. Just, I forgot that I didn't do
Oh,
that
no.
yet. Shoot.
That's so sad.
When you said that, I was like, oh, dang. But I'll probably do that tonight, actually.
Yeah, you should. I don't know if we had
Something
like
to
a
do.
deadline for that or not.
Yeah, I don't know. They might not count mine into the whole vote,
Yeah,
but
well,
that's okay.
does that go
I'll
in the
try.
yearbook or something?
I think they get some sort of certificate about it.
Oh, okay.
I've seen that in some of my teachers' rooms. I don't know if it goes in the yearbook or not.
Okay, yeah, I don't know either. Also, you know how like the seniors will get to vote for superlatives of the senior class?
Oh, yeah. I don't know when that's happening.
Are we even gonna do that?
I don't know.
Because I low-key really
That's
want
kinda
to.
Yeah, that's sad.
That's actually super sad because I really wanted to do that. Even though I didn't know who I was going to vote for anything. I just was really
Me
excited for
neither.
it.
And, like, I don't even know which ones they do. Like, what categories.
Yeah.
into
I know
that.
there's like dynamic duo and
Oh, yes, I have seen that.
yeah, and there's one oh like best dressed and best hair and like best couple or something.
I think there was one, like, best car one
Yeah,
year.
probably. I'm pretty sure there's actually one that's like most likely to be president and stuff like that too.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
fun.
which is super fun. Who would we put for that? I don't know.
I don't know. I'd have to, like, think a lot about who I would
I
want
know.
to choose for those.
I feel like automatically I'd say Adam Clay, but that's just because he's a genius. I don't know how great he'd actually be at president. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that.
Like he's the smartest kid ever, but would he actually be great at being the president? Well, Adam, if you're listening to this, I'm sure you'd be great at anything you put your mind to. But I don't know. But I'm also wondering,
I
are we even gonna, like, how are we getting our yearbooks?
so I don't know how the seniors normally get them, but I know we never get our yearbooks until like the next year.
Oh, yeah.
So we might have to go pick them up or something.
Yeah, I'm not picking them up.
I'll just get my sister to pick mine up.
Tell her to
but I
pick mine up,
don't-
too.
Okay.
I'll text Elise and be like, please pick up my yearbook. I don't want to pick mine up. Well, honestly, isn't it right away, or do we not get them until like September anyways?
I think it's like in the middle, like in the first quarter, but I don't know when
Yeah,
it
but
is.
honestly, I might already be gone anyways, and I will not be coming back, I don't think, for a while, so.
Yeah. I'll get my sister to pick yours up.
I remember one year I picked up Lauren Didelos for her.
Oh, did you send it to her?
I don't remember what I did with it. To be honest.
Lauren, did you ever get your yearbook?
I'm trying to. I think I just kept it until she came and visited another time.
Okay.
But I should have shipped it to her because we write letters to each other. For those of you listening,
Oh yeah.
Lauren and I are pen pals, and we write each other letters because we are both terrible at texting. So we decided, instead of texting each other and relying on that to stay up to date on each other's lives, we were going to write letters to each other. And for more background on that, Lauren is our friend from elementary school that went to school with us until her last year was freshman year, wasn't it?
I think
And
so.
then she moved to Atlanta, and then she moved to South Carolina. So she's obviously not here with us right now. But yeah, that's,
Super sad. We miss you, Lauren.
yes, we're gonna come visit you sometime, hopefully. We want to visit you this summer. That'd be so sad if we.
Whenever we can get around to it without the restrictions.
Yeah, hopefully
So
flights aren't a
sad.
ridiculous price. Because there's no way any of us are driving there.
That'd be a crazy road trip.
I
I don't know if
We wouldn't be able
would.
to. We are too inexperienced to drive all the way there.
True.
Especially with the
The
mountains.
farthest I've driven is an hour and a half. And that's a long way.
See, I think that's not necessarily what I'm worried about. I'm worried about driving through the mountains and stuff.
Oh yeah. I always space about that. Like I was talking about like how I thought I could make it to West Virginia, but I forgot that there's a mountain range, so that's
We were
not
talking about that
happening.
the other day. Haley was like, "We could go to West Virginia." I was like, can you really drive
Yeah.
there though?"
I was picturing that as a road trip, but I don't know.
Well, Haley just really wanted to go whitewater rafting, which honestly, can any of us blame her?
I want to go so bad. That's definitely on my bucket list.
Have you not gone at all?
No, I don't think so. Like the most I've been is like it's not real whitewater rafting. It's like I've been in a raft when the water was choppy.
Gotcha.
That's the most I've been. Like not true whitewater rafting in like West Virginia and like where else is there whitewater rafting?
I've been whitewater rafting in California and Utah.
Okay, like near the near the canyons and stuff.
No. California was like Northern California. I
guess like Utah is what I meant
I,
by like the canyons. I don't know.
well,
that's what I was
yeah,
picturing.
I
but
don't think in Utah it wasn't near like the Grand Canyon. I don't think. Isn't the Grand Canyon like in the middle of Arizona?
I don't know exactly. I know the Grand Canyon goes between 4 different states, but the place I went in Utah was Zion National
Okay.
Park is in Utah, so that's like parts of the
Oh, it
canyon.
is. Okay, I
Yeah.
honestly did not know that, so I honestly don't know if it was part of the Grand Canyon then, because I obviously don't know a lot about the Grand Canyon, which is kind of bad now. Dang, I need to pick up on my geography skills, I guess. Huh.
That's cool though.
Yeah,
So how many times have you been?
just those 2 times.
Those 2 times?
There's this place, though, to go whitewater rafting in Maine that I really want to do. And when I went on my trip to Maine
Ooh.
this past fall, I really wanted to go. But who's going to actually go whitewater rafting in the fall in Maine? No one.
I would go to I would go.
No one.
Go
Haley,
whitewater
it's like
rafting.
freezing.
Oh yeah.
I was like, Haley, this is like late October in Maine.
Oh,
It's
Maine is very far up north. I always forget like Maine. Like I don't know. It's it's bad. I need to get it together with my geography skills also.
No, but it was definitely a little chilly. But I really want to go back to Maine sometime. And they have this. Well, I want to do whitewater rafting, and it's called like Allagash Wilderness and Waterway, and you can go like rafting down it. And pretty much, if you go rafting down it, you raft down it for like 3 days, and
Oh my gosh.
and you pretty much like stop and camp. Like you can do that.
Oh,
And I
wow.
really want to do
That's
that.
so fun.
I really want to do
It's like
that.
a little
And then there's this,
adventure down the waterway.
and then they have this
That sounds so
really
fun.
cool park called Baxter State Park there. And there's this mountain that takes like all day to climb, and I really want to go back and climb that mountain just because I just want to. I don't have a reason to, I just want to. That's the only explanation I have. I just want to
That's
say I
so
climbed a
fun.
mountain.
I climbed this mountain all day.
Yeah, like people actually get there like and start hiking, I think at like 5 or something in the morning, and then they don't come back until like 8 at night. 8 or 9.
Gosh.
I think that would be so fun.
Yeah, that'd be so fun.
Yeah, I really want to go back to Maine, and also I want to go back to Acadia National Park because it's like an iconic thing when you go there to watch the sunrise over the park.
Oh, cool.
But when we woke up at 4 in the morning to do that, it was cloudy and you couldn't see the
Oh,
sunrise.
no.
And I was actually really annoyed. I was like freezing, shivering. I had this blanket wrapped around me, and my mom was like wanting to take pictures, and I was not having it.
It was like, no.
And I was running
I'm
on like
vetoing
3 hours
these.
of sleep, and then we stopped to get coffee, and it was the crappiest cup of coffee ever, and I was not in the mood.
Oh, no.
Okay, my mood got better though. I was just a little salty because the sunrise was.
Yeah, your morning does not go the way you would like it to.
Honestly, it doesn't help that I'm not a morning person at all either.
Yeah. Like, I don't know that I've ever. Well, no, I take that back. I was going to say I don't think I've ever been awake for a sunrise. But, like, once I've stayed up all through the night and I was, like, awake for the sunrise. But I've never, like, woken up specifically for a sunrise.
Yeah, no, I haven't either.
Just because I'm not a morning person. So, like, if I go, like, all through the night, then I'm just kind of running on, like, adrenaline and, like, I'm already awake. But,
Yeah, I for sure
yeah.
feel that.
Anyways, if that makes sense.
I'm a lot more likely to stay up the whole night and watch the sunrise than to wake up early and watch the sunrise.
Me too, exactly.
The only time I ever see the sunrise is when I have to get up for school.
Oh, true. Yeah.
That's the only time I ever watch it. And that doesn't.
I guess I have seen the sunrise then, but not like a summer sunrise, I guess, when it's.
I've never just like watched
Earlier.
the sunrise, I guess. Like I never just like sat there and watched the sunrise. But I've sat there and like watched the sunset, you know? Does
Yeah.
that make sense?
Yep.
Because I like to wake up at the last moment possible and rush around and try and get ready and get to school on time. So even when I can watch the sunrise, it's not going to happen because I'm scrambling.
Oh, I'm like the opposite in the morning. I am like a turtle. And I wake up an hour early and barely get ready because I move so slow and I don't do anything else than anyone else in the morning. Still don't eat breakfast. Still don't do a ton to get ready. And I just take forever.
Haley, you honestly do take forever. You take forever doing everything, I feel like.
Sometimes my mom just says, like, I'm in snail mode, like, all the time.
Yeah, like when we went to,
But that's fine.
when Briette and I came to watch your dance performance that one time, and we were waiting
Oh
after
my
with your
gosh.
family because we were gonna go to Freddy's to get some food, and everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, Haley's taking forever," and I'm like, "Yep."
Yep. And then I felt really bad because I was just taking my sweet time and realized everyone was waiting in the lobby.
Okay, well the thing was
so-
there was no one else in the lobby besides us, and they literally they
Oh,
started like turning the lights off too, and like
oh my
like
gosh.
hinting at us that we needed to get out.
Yeah, there was actually nobody backstage either. It was like me and my mom packing up our stuff.
Oh my. It's a little
That's
ridiculous.
Fun times. Sorry, guys. I apologize.
No, I think it's actually kind of hilarious. Elise was super annoyed about it too.
Oh, she gets so annoyed with me.
I'm pretty sure I think we ended up meeting you there and we left before you. Bria, Elise, and
Yeah,
I think
I
we
think
did.
so. Sounds about right. Elise gets so impatient with me. And Adam was ready to leave before the thing was over, so of course he was like
think Adam
biting
was
at the bit to leave.
Adam was like so annoyed by it that he just didn't care. I don't know if that makes any sense, but like you know how you get like really irritated at first when you're I don't know, like when you're waiting on someone and you just get irritated because you have to wait forever, but then eventually you just sit there waiting so long that you just don't care anymore. Does that
Yeah.
ever happen? I don't know if that
Yeah.
makes any sense, but I feel like Adam definitely reached that point that night.
Definitely did.
I offered to give him a ride too, but I don't know how much Adam likes me.
He doesn't like to show emotion to any of me and Elise's friends.
Yeah, literally, one time when we went out to McAllister's, like when I went out with your family, do you remember that? After we watched Little Woman and
Yeah.
your dad and Adam met us there, the whole time Adam was just
Uh-huh.
like sitting there, just like not doing anything. He just sat there in complete silence with no emotion on his face. And that was the first time I thought to myself, wow, Adam definitely hates me.
Doesn't hate you, but like I don't know what's going through his mind.
I feel
don't
like he
know.
would have to be used to me by now. Like we've gone to Steak and Shake and stuff together at night.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like I feel like you take him like when we hang out. Like he comes places with us sometimes. So like
Yep.
I don't know. Adam, if you're listening, I'm gonna break open your shell sometime.
You better guarantee it. That is happening.
Okay, in reality, if Adam hears that, he's definitely gonna be even more obstinate and not doing that. I think I said obstinate. I meant abstinent. What am I?
I don't know what you
I don't
said.
know what I said either. I'm a little tired today. I think I'm starting
Yeah, me too.
to actually get slap happy, which is weird because it's only one.
Last night I got really tired and it was like 1:30 and I ended up going to bed not soon after. It was kind of crazy. Kind of broke my streak of being up past like 4 in the morning.
Yeah, I feel that. Well, yeah. I been staying up pretty late the past couple nights because I just keep reading books because I'm so bored of everything else. But then no, why it takes me forever to read a book is because each night I sit in my room and think I don't want to read any of the books I've started. So then I spend like 2 hours on the like Overdrive website to like rent books off of online from the library.
Oh, yeah.
And I spend like 2 hours looking for a good book and just nothing sounds
Oh my
good.
gosh.
So then it just turns out super terrible.
That's like me like trying to search for a show. It's like, what show do I want to watch? And I like take forever deciding what show I want to watch.
I do that with everything.
Scrolling through.
Oh, I feel that though with TV shows. The other day I was trying to decide, because like right now I'm watching Criminal Minds with my dad, and I'm watching this show called Dynasty with my sister, but then I was like, maybe I should watch a show by myself for when neither of them are home. So then I spent probably an hour and a half trying to find a show I wanted to watch, and then I ended up watching a show that I had already started watching like a year ago, and I just picked it back up.
Oh, what was that?
iZombie. I know it sounds really weird, but it's actually really good. It's about this girl, and she turns into a zombie, hence the name iZombie.
iZombie.
But she ends up working at a morgue because she eats the like homicide victims' brains.
Oh my gosh.
Because she doesn't want to like go and just kill people for their brains, you know? So it's kind of like, okay, this chick's actually kind of
Gotta keep her
well,
morals.
yeah, gotta keep her morals. So I mean, honestly, I was like respect, I guess. And then but in the show, whenever you eat the brains of someone, you end up seeing visions that they have had. So like you see visions
Oh
of
my
things that the
gosh.
person's brain you ate like experienced.
That's crazy.
It's like really cool because then she uses those visions to help solve mysteries for the homicide victims.
Oh, I see why you like the show now.
Yeah, exactly. We all know I can't watch a show without crime. But yeah, it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, I feel like it sounds really good.
Yeah, I know. Everyone.
What are you watching it on?
Netflix.
Oh.
Yeah. Honestly, like my whole family judges me for watching that, but I'm like, if you actually sat down and watched it, it's really good. It's kind of corny though because there's like a bunch of drama mixed in with it too. So like when she turned into, well, before she turned into a zombie, she had a fiance, but then when she turned into a zombie, she was kind of like, well, this is awkward. I can't marry someone when I'm a zombie. So then she like broke it off. So like in the introduction, I think it's actually based off of like a comic. So you know how TV shows have that intro thing? What is that called? I don't know. I'm just gonna call it an intro where there's like a little theme music and pictures and stuff. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a comic kind of strip thing, and
okay.
like labels all the people, and like one of them is the ex-fiance. I think it's so funny. I don't know why.
It's labeled that way.
I don't know why, but everyone else is just like casual, I guess. Like the best friend and the ally and what's the other one? Oh, the partner, the job, and then it's the ex-fiance. I'm like, dang, that's intense.
That's funny.
I don't know if that even makes any sense, but I think it's really funny.
Yeah, that is.
Have you been picking up any good shows, Haley?
Well, I've started so many different shows. I'm kind of in the middle of a few, and I kind of just pick day to day what I want to watch. So, like, today I caught up on The Masked Singer,
Oh.
which I really like. It's really cool because I try to, like, guess who I think the Masked Singers are, and I don't know, it's kind of fun. I like it.
Honestly, I feel like that show seems pretty fun. Whenever someone describes it to me, I think it sounds entertaining, but I just don't usually watch reality TV.
Like, some people find it, like, kind of weird, but I think it's cool because it does have, like, a mystery sort of thing to it. Like, I don't know. I've guessed a few of the people,
Really?
right? Yeah.
That's cool.
Um,
Like this season or in the
yeah,
past?
it's kind of fun. Yeah, this season.
Ooh.
So, I think I have one of the characters narrowed. Like, I think I know who one of the characters
Really?
is. Yeah, I think I know who the kitty is this season.
Ooh, who do you think it is?
I think, I think I'm all the way caught up, so I don't think I'm, like, spoiling anything or anything. But I think that I think it's Sarah Hyland.
Who's that?
It's, so, like, do you know the show Modern Family?
I've heard of it, yeah.
So, like, she's one of the people in that. And then she's married, or she's engaged to one of the Bachelor stars
Oh.
named Wells. And so they made, like, little hints about those two things, and also the fact that she was in a Disney movie called Geek Charming, and they made, like, a reference to that.
Oh. I feel like I might have watched that movie once upon a time.
I loved that movie. So, like, when they made the reference about, like, I don't know, like, a geek
Yeah.
and, like, The Bachelor and, like, Modern Family, I was like, that seems like her. And, like, I've heard her sing before, and it kind of sounds like her voice to me.
Mhm.
I could be, like, off or whatever, but that's my thoughts. I think.
Wait, actually I'm a little confused. So how does this work? So I know that they each wear like a costume or like a mask or whatever, but then is it each episode that they reveal someone, or like how does that work?
So basically, like, each week they have like, there's different groups, and so, like, they will sing through one round, and then the audience and the judges will, like, vote somebody off. But, like, they started in, like, 3 groups, so there was, like, one from each of the 3 groups eliminated, and now they're down to, like, 8. They were down to 8 before I caught up today, and then they eliminated 1 to get to 7, and then now they're at 6, and they basically eliminate 1 each episode, and so, like, they, like, all sing, and then the audience votes for their favorite, and the least favorite goes home. So then they get unmasked, and, like, the panel of judges, like, makes one last guess about who they think they are, and then they're revealed. So, like, they give little clues each episode, and then they, like, by their singing and, like, their kind of, like, build and stuff through their costumes, sometimes they can tell, like, that person's, like, really built like an athlete or whatever, like that.
That's pretty
So,
cool.
it's kind of fun.
Who has been unmasked so far that you guessed?
I guessed that the taco character was Tom Bergeron.
I have no clue who that is.
That he's the host of Dancing with the Stars.
Oh.
So I could tell by his voice
Yeah.
that it was him.
Okay, yeah,
And
well,
then
like, I feel like a
the-
lot of people would guess that because isn't he pretty much just like a host? So doesn't he like the host of Dancing with the
he's
Stars?
the host of a.
So then doesn't he just talk a
and
lot?
so, like, yes, he talks a lot. And so, like, I could tell by his voice, it was, like, so distinct to me.
Wait, did they
actually.
just sing or did they talk too?
They when they talk, it's like with a voice modifier.
Oh.
But when they sing, it's their voice.
Okay.
So they only sing. So, like, some people's singing voice may sound like way different than their actual talking voice. But his sounded so similar to his talking voice. It's kind of crazy. I also guessed that the T-Rex or one of them was JoJo Siwa.
Oh my gosh, why is she on there?
Like, I don't know how I even, like, they kept making references to, like, YouTube and stuff.
Yeah.
And then something about, like, dancing and, like,
Does she dance?
I don't know. Her, like, yeah, she was on Dance Moms. That's, like, how she got
really?
her fame, basically. And so then she also did, like, this, they all do these little interviews or whatever, like, in backstage. And, like, the way that she was talking just reminded me so much of her. It was, like, this crazy energy. Like, I don't know. It was kind of odd, but I guessed that.
How old is Joe Siwa?
She's like way older than you'd think
I thought
she'd
she was
be.
like,
I think
is it-
she's like 17.
Okay, that's what I was about to say. I was like, isn't she like actually kind of close to our age? She acts like
Yeah,
she's like 12.
and she still dresses and acts like that.
Why?
Kind of crazy.
Okay, I feel like no
Um,
one in their right mind would do that. Like, does she just do that for attention, like to be famous?
At first, like, yeah, that was sort of like her personality, like on Dance Moms, and like she was kind of like, I don't know,
Like, when she
known
was
for being
actually
like
10?
a crazy energy, and like she did wear bows a lot
Yeah.
and stuff, so that became like her brand, and now she's like kind of milking that because like she's getting older, but that's like all she's kind of known for. That's my
kinda
opinion. Like, I
sad.
feel like she's just like, yeah, I feel like she just
No,
like
I feel
is still
okay.
trying to play the same person that she was when she was like 12, which like she
Yeah.
probably has to like, I don't know if she's faking it now, like I don't know.
I feel like that no one would just choose to do that, you know? Like, I feel like no one
Yeah.
would just remain with that young of style, I guess, or like
Yeah.
young of, I don't know. They're just the immaturity. I feel like no one would actually do that. Yeah, like if you were
Yeah.
actually 17. Okay, so if you're a sophomore or junior in high school and you go around walking like JoJo Siwa looks in like all the pictures, you would 100% get bullied. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I feel like no one would just do that.
I know, I feel awful for her.
Maybe she's just like that when it comes to the public. Like maybe she goes to like school and looks normal, you know? I don't know.
Yeah, as far as I know, she doesn't go to actual school.
Okay, that's
'Cause
so
I-
sad. I feel like it'd be
I
terrible
think-
not to go to actual
Yeah.
school. Sorry, I cut you off.
I do too. It's fine. A lot of the people, I think, on Dance Moms at least, didn't go to actual school. They like would do homeschooling, so then they could focus on like going to dance
Yeah.
practices and like I don't know, kind of being on the TV show.
Isn't that what a lot of like actors and
So,
actresses do, and like musicians? Don't they do
Yeah.
that too? I feel like that's just depriving
Yeah.
people of.
A lot of musicians do.
Yeah, I feel like that's just really depriving people of social interaction.
I know.
Especially with
It's
people at their own
sad.
age. Like, I feel like you need to learn how to communicate and, like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like you just get a lot from going to school.
Yeah, well, honestly,
it's
like,
more than like education. It's like you get
I think
I don't know.
it's like
Like,
school.
different
I think
skills.
school's like super like as much as I always say I hate going to school, in reality I really actually don't. I just always
Yeah,
say
and I've,
I
like,
do.
I realize that now. Like I wish I was in school.
Yeah, and I think like I've always said, in reality school helps with so many different things. Like it just doesn't teach you textbook stuff, you know? It teaches you how to
Yeah.
interact with other people. It teaches you effective communication skills. And like I think I just talk about that a lot, especially when people talk about doing online school or whatever, because I think that's honestly stupid. Because I don't think
I think
that's right. I don't know.
yeah, I think you like miss a lot if you just do it that way.
I think you do too. And I feel like it's really just
I know.
sad.
And it is sad, like, if you, like, in a way, like, you choose to have, like, that kind of more famous lifestyle, or, like, you go to pursue, like, your music and all that. So that's definitely a benefit, but I still feel like as a kid, like, you'd still be kind of sad that you aren't, like, with other kids your age, and if that makes sense, because, like, I would, like, they have to know that, like, they're missing out on, like,
Oh, yeah.
meeting friends their age and things like that.
Well, the thing is,
Like, I was watching today, like, the Jonas Brothers documentary, which, like, it was super good. It kind of went through, like, their lives, like, starting from, like, when they were younger. And, like, I'm pretty sure they did have to drop out of school eventually, like, once their
Yeah.
band got famous enough.
I
So,
feel like,
kind of, like, went through that.
yeah, I just think that's not good for a person. Because especially when you're pursuing a music career and stuff, I think that a lot of people in that industry that you're going to be surrounded by are going to be a different age than you. You know, especially if you're
True, like,
if you're like 15 years old and you're trying to pursue your music career, you're going to be surrounded by all these people like successful musicians that are 20 something, you know, and then you're also going to be surrounded by what your managers that are going to be like what, like 30 or 40s,
Yeah.
you know?
And like most of the band members are going to be older too.
Yeah.
From what it seems like I've seen in different videos. So yeah, they were like, especially in like the Jonas Brothers documentary, like they were the youngest ones. Like they were touring with like their parents were
Yeah.
there, the managers were older adults, the musicians were older adults, like other than like the three boys. But
See, there's no way you
yeah,
wouldn't
it
feel
would be
like
hard.
in that situation, you would have to feel that you're missing out on like being a normal person.
Like being a normal teenager
Yeah.
sometimes, I'm
I
sure
feel like that's kind of sad.
they missed.
Oh,
Yeah.
poor Jonas Brothers. And every other famous person that had to go through that. Honestly,
You know what I just figured out from my mom? Kind of off topic, but she said that when we went to the Hannah Montana concert when we were younger, that was like the Jonas Brothers opened for Hannah Montana.
that's actually so cool.
So turns out I saw the Jonas Brothers when they were first starting.
That's so fun. When was that? Do you know?
It was I think I was around 6 or so. So it would have been like 2008-ish, 2009 maybe,
That's so fun.
which is kind of crazy.
That is crazy.
Thought it was kind of fun.
Jonas.
But like I think I was too young to like really remember that
Yeah.
the Jonas Brothers were there. Like I just remembered like it was a Hannah Montana concert and my mom was like, you'll never believe who we actually saw before Hannah Montana. And I was like, who? And she was like, the Jonas Brothers opened for her. I was like, what?
Honestly, though, that is like, I feel like that'd be super surprising to hear now, you know? And I'm sure there were so many other people who went to
Yeah.
the Hannah Montana concert and didn't realize that either, you know?
Yeah,
bet-
because like when I was going to see her, I was younger. Like it was the age like I loved Hannah Montana,
Yeah.
but like the Jonas Brothers were more of like the little bit older audience at that point, like teenage kind of audience.
Mhm.
But I was like a really young person then.
Hannah Montana was pretty awesome, though, back in the day.
Yeah, my mom said that we loved the concert. Like she was really good. She put on a good show.
I don't know, like, I don't think I ever even really wanted to go to the Hannah Montana concert. I don't think I was, like, super into Hannah Montana, to be honest. Actually, I think I wasn't into her music a lot. I think I was just into the show. I don't know if that makes any sense or not. Like, I thought her music was good, but I was like, wow, this show's great. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I don't know. But, not gonna lie, Hannah Montana the movie is really awesome, and I still watch it
Oh my
to
gosh,
this
I
day.
love Hannah Montana the movie.
Whenever The Climb comes on, I'm just like, I just like
Oh
sing
my
it, and I like
gosh.
move my hands back and forth, you know? It's like, I can almost
Yeah.
see you. Those dreams. And I'm just like, yes, Hannah. Or Miley. Actually,
Yes.
it's Miley at that point. So yes,
It's-
Miley.
Yeah.
Oh.
I love that.
That's like my favorite thing to do though, is actually to whenever I listen or whenever I watch movies that have music in it, I just like love to sing along with it.
Oh, me too.
It's like really bad too. When I'm sick, I'm kind of like, I don't know how to describe it, like not in my right mind, I guess. I don't really know how to describe it at all, but I guess that's the best way I can. And I only want to watch Disney movies when I'm sick. Like I won't want to watch anything else. I just want to watch a bunch of Disney movies. So then whenever they come on, I just like scream the lyrics to the songs, and I'm like, this is my jam. And my parents are like, quiet down.
Yeah, whenever I like watch movies and I'm like singing along, like just getting into it, Elise is always like, stop singing, I'm trying to watch the movie. I'm just like, okay. Just trying to get into it.
Yeah, honestly, I don't sing in movies usually when other people are around though, because I know I'm a terrible singer, so I just don't want to.
I just kind of sing whenever I feel
Okay,
like
but you're
it,
actually a
and
good singer
sometimes people
though,
get
so
annoyed.
it's
Oh,
different.
but
I only really like singing when either the music is up too loud so I can't hear myself, or I'm in the shower because I just think screw it, I want to sing, so I'm just gonna jam to my tunes.
yeah, for
And if
sure.
someone can hear me, well, sorry about you. Or when I'm sick and out of it.
Then for sure.
I don't know why I'm always so out of it when I'm sick. I just really am. Did I ever tell you that one year? Remember that one year when I got like sick and was gone from school for 4 days? Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah. So that I remember that first day I was sick, my mom went to the library and rented 10 Disney movies. And
Oh,
that's the
good.
max amount of movies you can rent.
Oh
So
yeah.
then she came home and she's like, this should get you off to a good start. Let me know when you're done and I'll go get you some more.
Good. She knew. She knew that you would
She
need
knew I needed
more.
those Disney movies. Do you have a favorite Disney movie, Haley?
My favorite Disney movie is probably, well, okay, so it used to be Mary Poppins. Or and then it was probably Tangled.
Tangled was great.
And then now it might be Aladdin.
Yeah.
I love Aladdin now.
Wait, have you seen the live action? I've kind of.
Yeah, I love the live action Aladdin. That like probably is why it was like my favorite.
Wait, did
now,
we actually go see that
honestly.
together?
Did we go see it at the
Yeah, I think we
drive-in?
did. I think we went to go
Okay,
see that, and then
yes.
we went to go see The Lion King in the drive-in last summer. Didn't we?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, yes.
I kind of forgot.
Coming back
I knew
to
we
you
went
now.
to see The Lion
But yeah,
King,
like
but
I
couldn't
loved
remember.
it at the drive-in.
Yeah, I love the drive-in. But yeah.
What's your favorite Disney movie?
Probably The Lion King or The Jungle Book. I'd have to say.
Nice.
I don't know though. When I was little, it was definitely The Jungle Book, but now I think it might be The Lion King. I honestly love the music to The Lion King too. I still jam to that. I'm like, it's the circle of life.
So many show choir groups sang that
Really?
this year. It was kind of
It's
crazy.
probably
yeah.
because the live action just came out.
Yeah, true.
Honestly, I was
true.
not a fan really of the live action.
It was okay. It was kind of odd to me.
I think
but
honestly, I don't like
was
live
fine.
action animals because they're not actually living.
yeah, that
you
just
know?
made it. Yeah, that made it really odd for me.
That's it.
Like I loved the other live actions though.
Yeah,
honestly.
I have too.
Aladdin being my favorite, but
What other live actions have they made? Cinderella, Beauty and the Beast, and
They've-
Aladdin.
yes, and then they're making Mulan, and I've heard rumors of Tangled and Little Mermaid.
I think I've liked all the live action Disney princess ones. But they did make a live action Jungle Book because I watched that too, and I was also disappointed in that because
Oh, I never saw that.
I just don't like the live action with the animals because it's like they're animated, but they're calling it live action. It just messes
True.
with my brain,
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about the live action Mulan though.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not gonna be like Mulan necessarily.
I know.
Like it's gonna be like the story, but like part of the fun of like Mulan. Like I like the music from Mulan.
Like that
so
actually has
It's gonna be like kind of disappointing.
the Mulan soundtrack and the Lion King soundtrack are honestly my two favorites. So that'd be I'm just like very upset about that. But they pushed back that release because it was supposed to come out in March. Remember that?
Oh yeah, so then they could come out in theaters.
Yeah,
When
they
people
pushed
could
it back
go
to like
watch.
June, I think. But I don't remember when
Oh,
in
wow.
June. I kind of forget, to be honest.
Probably like giving it some like safety time for like big
Yeah.
groups to be able to meet and stuff like that.
I want to go see it though, even though I'm really irritated. And someone told me Mushu is not gonna be a dragon; it's gonna be a person in the live action.
Oh, I heard that too, actually.
I'm like actually livid. I loved Mushu.
Mushu's like the best.
Okay,
the best
like,
character.
Like honestly, I think Mushu's the best sidekick. I'm not gonna lie, I can't think of a better sidekick, Disney princess sidekick than Mushu. Like, please tell me one. There's not. Actually, Gus Gus is pretty great.
Actually, true.
Did I ever tell you?
I don't
Did I
know.
tell you that the other day I was doing chores and I started laughing, and my sister and my mom were like, "What are you laughing about?" And I was like, "I'm practically Cinderella and Marley's Gus Gus."
Make your own live action.
Again, Marley is my dog, and I was like petting him with one hand while the other hand I was like, what? Oh, I was cleaning the back door and like petting Marley at the same time, and I was like, wow, this is definitely Cinderella and Gus Gus vibes. I thought it was hilarious,
Like
but
when
apparently my mom didn't think it was that funny.
She did not like that reference to you being Cinderella doing chores.
Honestly, the chores weren't even that bad. I just got that feeling.
Like that time I had to clean the floor. That just screams Cinderella
Oh,
vibes,
yeah.
but that's fine.
Yeah, whenever you have to clean the floor, it's definitely a Cinderella feeling. It's like that one movie called, isn't it? What is it called? A Cinderella Story. It's literally just called A Cinderella Story.
Oh,
And
yeah.
she works at that. Isn't it Hilary Duff? Or
It depends on like which one you're talking about, but yeah, Hilary Duff's like the first one.
was that
came
with
out.
that one guy who was in One Tree Hill?
Yeah, Chad
Yeah,
Michael
yeah, that kid.
I always forget his name, but for some reason today I remembered
I always
it.
forget his name too.
Like literally, sometimes for the life of me, I literally am like, Lucas.
Yeah.
Like I can't think of it at all.
Who's that kid who's from One Tree Hill in A Cinderella Story? I just like, that's the only way I know him. I don't even remember his name in A Cinderella Story, to be honest. But my main point to
I
this
don't either.
was that she cleans the floors literally all the time in that movie. Don't you remember that? She cleans like the
Oh, true.
diner floors and stuff.
Yeah.
That sounds like a rough life.
And then the I don't know what it's called, the other another Cinderella Story or whatever with Selena Gomez. She always cleans the floor too.
Rough life.
But she uses she dances with like a Swiffer mop
Ooh,
instead
that's actually
of like
really
getting down on her hands and knees. Cause like that one she's like a dancer and like
Ooh,
yeah.
snazzy.
So that's pretty fun.
Honestly, I feel like I do that all the time, like to make chores entertaining. I just like jam to my music and just dance around doing whatever I'm doing. But only when
Oh yeah, I
someone's
have
not
to
watching.
jam to music.
Like if someone's in the other room, I just like calmly sweep the floor. But if no one's there, I'm just like, oh yeah, and just like sweep the floor
Basically,
back and
our
forth.
entire family just jams while everyone's doing chores. Makes it okay.
That's fun. No, my family just like all puts their earbuds in and then just like ignores everyone else.
We like turn on our speaker like as loud as it can go.
My mom sometimes just puts her speaker on, but then I put my earbuds in because my mom and I don't usually listen to the same music. I think that's probably
Oh, okay.
I think that's probably why, because my mom and I don't listen to the same music, and my sister and I don't listen to the same music, and my mom and none of us listen to the same music. And my dad just doesn't
Okay.
do chores, to be honest. Or if he does
Lucky him.
if he does chores, he always sings. What does he sing? It's like like Yankee Doodle or Row Your Boat or like Row. Like there's like some song that's like that he always sings whenever he has to do chores.
That's so funny.
It's pretty funny.
Whenever we're doing chores all day, somebody always ends up singing "It's the Hard Knock Life" from Annie. Just
I mean,
'cause
yeah.
it feels like that at that situation.
Oh, yeah. For sure. Sometimes I just listen to podcasts, though, whenever I do chores, so.
Nice.
I think my sister does sometimes, too. You can always tell when her music's on because you can still hear it even though she has her earbuds in. She does that when we run,
That's always
too.
fun.
And like she does not hear anyone like around us, and whenever we go on runs, I'll try and talk to her. She'll like yell, "What?" like super loud, and I'm like, Rachel, chill. Like there's like 10,000 people around us right now, and they all just turned to see what was going on because you don't realize how loud you're being. But I can't ever say that to her because she'll just say it again. She'll just say, "What?" again, like super loud. So then I'm just like, shh, and then she's like, "What'd you say?" And then I say it again louder. So it's fine. She's just a little loud sometimes. Well, I think she's just loud because her
Fun times.
music's on. You know?
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like I would probably do that if I was listening to my music super loud too, but I don't typically listen to my music super loud.
Yeah, me neither. Because I don't like it if I like can't hear things around me still.
Yeah, I don't either.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I never really have it that loud.
I feel that. I do that, I guess, in the car. I do listen to music really loud in the car
Oh, true.
when I'm like going longer distances, I guess. And I don't have anything else to do, so then I turn the music up really loud and sing because then I can't hear myself. That's my favorite thing to do. Roll all the windows down too.
Oh, yeah. I did that today.
That's so
Fun
fun.
times.
I did not do that today, which is very unfortunate. I guess it's just because the only thing I only drove over to the golf course, so.
Oh, yeah. The golf course, I realized, is closer to my house than I even thought.
Yeah, it's really
It's-
close.
Yeah.
Yep. You should come visit sometime, Haley.
I will.
It's a pretty grand old time. I love how I say that and I've only worked there a day.
We'll see what you think next week.
Yeah, honestly. No, it seems like an actually really easy job though. But
Fun.
they're really crowded right now because I didn't realize this, but all the golf courses are closed in Marion County, and Marion County's the county like right next to us for those of you listening.
Oh.
And so it's like a more populated area because it's where Indianapolis is, which means like there's a lot of people there. So if they can't go golfing, they'll just like hop over to our county because honestly that golf course is right there. Like it's really close to Marion County.
It's so close.
Yeah, so then they just pop over and they come to that golf course. And I didn't realize that.
I wondered about that because I thought I heard something like golf courses were going to have to close. But then turns out like it's only Marion County because my cousins in Hamilton County, they're allowed to go to their local golf course. And then the one in New Powell was open too. So figured that out actually. But I never thought of like that being more populated because of that. But it makes sense.
Yeah.
It was pretty busy.
Yeah, it was actually super busy today. Actually, I don't go there often, so I don't know what it is like to have a super busy day.
But it seemed busy.
It seemed busy.
today.
Also, the people I was
Right.
working with said it was a really busy day today, so.
Oh,
So
good.
the guy that was like training me told me that it's usually not that chaotic, so.
That's cool. So today was like a hard first
I
day,
guess,
kind
but
of.
honestly, it didn't even seem hard. I was like, wow, if this is supposed to be hard, this is going to be a great job.
Yeah, 'cause like, I mean, if you think about it, it might not be the most like chaotic job because
Yeah.
like people move through the course at like different times. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Honestly, though, I feel like I will probably get bored if I'm not doing anything at the golf course, though. You know?
Yeah.
Like, I hope someone's always working there with me, so then I can just talk to them.
True. Did you know anyone that worked there already?
No. There's this girl named Liz that I have not met. There's this other girl, I think her name's Jamie, but I don't actually remember. And then this other kid named Jared. And I don't know any of them, but I don't know any of their last names either, so it's not like I would know them. But one of them apparently goes to Triton, and one of them goes to some other school. I kind of forget where. Actually, maybe she does go to New Pal. I don't know where the boy goes. I guess I'll meet them eventually, though.
Fun.
And then the guy I met today, his name's Roger. He's like an older guy, you know. He was pretty funny.
Yeah.
He was telling me all about his grandkids and stuff, like a typical grandpa, you know.
Oh, for sure.
I thought it was pretty great. I got a kick out of it. I love old people. I think they're so funny. He wasn't like super funny though,
True.
but he was still like funny. I think like the older they are, the funnier they get to me. So I feel like he had more of a young heart, I guess. So then he wasn't as funny to me. But as like people get like even older, I think they're really funny.
True.
I don't know if that makes any sense or not. And I love like crazy old people. I think they're so hilarious. Oh. Honestly, I feel like I just get along with old people very well. It's probably because BuzzFeed tells me that I have a mental, what is that called? A mental age. My mental age is,
Yeah.
they always tell me my mental age is 80 or more, like every time I take those BuzzFeed quizzes, and I'm like,
Oh my
I'm like,
gosh.
wow, I really am an old soul.
Very old soul.
I'm like, well, this is why I like can't wait for the day where I just drink coffee and read the newspaper, and the reasons why I love to read, because I'm literally an old person.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't really have any other reasons. Oh, I guess I love playing cards, but I feel like a fair amount of young people love playing cards too.
And like puzzles.
Is puzzles an old person thing?
Not
Okay, I was like,
necessarily,
oh,
but
well.
like I don't know. It's something that like they do sometimes in nursing homes though.
Oh, well.
So like obviously some young people like doing puzzles cuz I love doing puzzles, but sometimes it's like considered something that old people can do in a nursing home
Yeah.
cuz you know, they don't have to like be active with that.
That makes sense. I don't really like playing bingo though, so I guess that makes me not an old person. But once I start playing bingo, I don't want to stop playing bingo. Like, I don't like bingo, but I always just feel like I need to keep playing once I've started.
Cuz you like want to win.
Yeah.
Like you get to that point and you're like, I've been going this far, like I'm destined for a win soon, and then you just keep playing.
Yeah, like I guess. I don't know. I just like love it. Like once I actually start playing, but before I'm like, no, I don't like bingo, and then I start playing bingo. I'm like, and then the person I'm with is like, okay, let's be done playing bingo. I'm like, no, more bingo. Uh-oh. I love BuzzFeed quizzes though.
I haven't taken a BuzzFeed quiz in a little bit.
Really?
Yeah.
I took the most random
I should go on there
BuzzFeed
and
quiz
look.
the other day. It was actually the randomest one I've ever seen in my life. It was this one, and it was like, take this quiz and find out which one of my sister's Barbies you are. I was like, what? But of course,
That's
we
so
all know I
funny.
took that BuzzFeed quiz. And I got some like random dude that was like some Barbie. I have no clue.
Like Ken's brother.
Yeah, probably. Ken's cousin. I feel like that has a nice ring to it. We'll just say that. I have no clue, but it was pretty funny. I was like, oh, okay. I also took a BuzzFeed quiz the other day to see when it told me I was going to get married, and it told me 53.
Oh my gosh.
And it's never told me that before. Whenever I take quizzes like that, it always tells me I'm never going to get married.
Really?
Yeah. And I was like, wow, I'm actually going to get married at 53, guys. I'm just kidding. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't know though, I guess. But I love taking BuzzFeed quizzes. I like it whenever it's like uh build or design your own house and we'll tell you blank. I always take those.
Yeah.
Like,
Or like choose your meals for the day
Yeah.
and we'll tell you like I don't know what like which celebrity you match with or whatever, and it's just like random, but I love
it's
it.
the most random thing, and I love the ones where it's like testing your knowledge and it's like trivia. It's like, I bet you can't name 10 European countries, and I'm like, bet I can.
Bet you've not tried these 10 foods, and I'm like, bet maybe I have.
No, those I honestly actually never click because I know I've never tried those foods because I never go out of my comfort zone when it comes to food.
I feel like I've tried a lot of different foods, so I always like try to see if like those are actually foods I've never had before.
I'll take the quizzes though that say you're not a picky eater unless, and it's like whatever, and I'm like,
Oh yeah.
like, I know I'm the pickiest eater ever, so.
It's like the opposite
Yeah.
of that quiz. It's like
And I'm like, I'm 100% the pickiest eater ever, I feel like. Maybe I'm not, but I feel like I am.
there's like I would say like I'm not a picky eater because there's like kind of a select few things that I don't like.
Yeah. I feel like you're not a picky eater either. I don't think you are actually at all. Not saying that you're like super
I
out.
wouldn't say I am.
I
at
don't
all,
think you're like
but-
super eccentric and like I'm trying a new food like all the time, you know? But like
Yeah.
I don't really think you're either. I think you're just in the middle, you know?
Yeah.
Well, I think we've been on here for a while.
We have been.
I think it might be time to say goodbye.
Until next week.
See you guys next Tuesday with a new podcast by yours truly, The Quarantines. Okay. I actually remembered that. Oh my gosh, Haley, that's an hour and 15 minutes.